Good morning, folks. Been a little bit over a week since I made a video, and one of the things I want to talk to you about is what do you do if you have somebody in your group or in your house who's sick, and how do you prepare for something of that nature? Now, everybody's going to say put vitamins up, put tinctures up, have medication on hand. All of these are good ideas. But when that person gets healed from whatever sickness they had, you're going to have to disinfect where they were at so that whatever they had doesn't go to the next person. And one of the things I keep on my shelf is I keep bleach tabs. Now, that sounds real simple, but bleach tabs will last for years in the container and not lose their ability to make bleach. And we have found that bleach kills quite a bit of germs, right? That's scientifically proven. Okay, so it's a product I like to keep. Another thing I like to keep is I like to keep the Clorox and Lysol wipes on hand, because you never know, especially if you're canning your own food. You want to have those to wipe the outside of your jars so you have no chance of any type of food particles being on the outside of your jars. And then that encourages mold, which in turn encourages botulism. So you have to be exceptionally clean when you're canning. And so you go through the whole mess of cleaning your jars, sterilizing everything, sterilizing everywhere where the food prep is going to be taking. And sometimes, you got little crevices on your stove, you got little crevices on your counter, and you need to get in there and clean that with something which is foldable. And so I have found that the Clorox wipes and the Lysol wipes work really, really well for that. So I keep those on hand. I keep the bleach tabs on hand because in my house here in the southeast, we have mold issues. It's a constant thing in this area because of the humidity and because of the hard water. So we have hard water here. We do not have soft water. So we constantly have like iron deposits and mold that will develop no matter what you do. Okay? So I have found that using bleach to clean like my bathrooms and my kitchen is the best way to keep that under control. So I wanted to give that little tidbit to you and have you think of that when you're doing your preps. Think about, besides water, fresh food, the pew-pews, the ammo. You want to think of things for disinfecting things, and you need to have that in mind because in a shift situation, the cleaner you can keep things, the more healthier you will be. That includes your body, your living quarters, everything, right? And obviously, it doesn't have to be spotless. Lord only knows my house is not spotless, okay? But you want to keep it under control. Now, moving on to the cabin. Y'all saw my video last weekend of what I got accomplished at the cabin. I still have a long way to go, obviously. I did get the kennel up. I'm not completely happy with how sturdy that is. And so I will be doing more to the kennel before I bring the dog up. I did get my shelving units up, but again, I need to do a little mitigation with the shelving units to make them more stable. And I also have the walls that need to go up. So we've got to get that done. Now, one of the things that I did yesterday was I went yard sailing. Was kind of disappointed in what I saw, but I did get a few items pretty cheaply. One of the things that I got was little pencil holders, right? They're just a school box pencil holders. They're plastic. But what they're good for is small items that you use on a regular basis. It's a lot easier to put them in like a pencil box, i.e. silverware, fire starters. For me, since I wear dentures, my denture cup, my denture adhesive, right? Good place to put it. So it's all in one spot and I don't lose it, right? It's something to think about. Another thing that I found was some paint. Okay, not sure how good the paint will be, but we'll be taking that up and trying to paint the panels that I'm going to use for the walls before we put the walls up, right? But before I can finish my gutter system for my rain catchment, I have to mitigate that corner of the slope where that corner of the shed is just like right, it's like a foot from where the slope just slopes off. I've got to fix that. So we'll probably be focusing more on that and the dog kennel than on everything inside. Now, I do have a wood stove already up there. It is a small wood stove because obviously I have a small place. And I have to special order the piping for it because the piping coming off of it is only a 2-inch pipe. It is not the standard 3-inch or 6-inch pipe. Okay, so that had to be special ordered. So that's supposed to be coming in this week. Also, the other thing that I special ordered was a twin mattress. And the reason I ordered that was because when I was laying in the new bunk, as you can see the bruises on my arm, I got bruises everywhere. Because the little air mattress that I have, I kept rolling over and slamming into the metal framing for the bunk. So one of the things I picked up yesterday was sheets to go on that mattress. Now, these might be a little bit too big. That's okay. That's okay. I don't care. All right. And those are supposed, the mattress and the stovepipe are supposed to be in this week. So, I decided this weekend we were going to focus on relaxing at home and resting up because I was extremely tired this week. Got into a new truck this week. It's been fun trying to figure out the automatic. It's been fun trying to figure out all the new electronics. I say that in a sarcastic way. But, yeah, I thought you might find this product helpful to have on your shelf. I keep a couple bottles of these on the shelf at all times. And I just thought you might find that helpful. So that's what I've got for you today. And keep on keeping on, right? That's what you got to think about. Is winter is right around the corner. Please be preparing your household for winter. I'm already doing that. I've already picked up my bird seed for my chickens and my extra dog food for my dog. That should last until January. So think about that, think ahead, and the prices of stuff. I went to the grocery store Friday and I could not believe the prices. As you can see, my dog is doing fine. He's healing up very well. In case any of you are curious, he's healing up very well. He still has one of the holes in his side that hasn't completely sealed off, but it's almost there. So he is healing up well, and I thank you for thinking of him and asking about him in my previous videos. As you can see, as he walks by, he is pretty much healed up, except for the one cut. So, yeah, that's what we got going on here. Bicycle.